I do love to give hugs. Oh, Michael Franti, my brother from another mother. It's something I do with most of the guests and even the crew here on set. And it turns out science is confirming what we all really already know, that hugs really can make you feel better. Even babies know it. Watch that video all day. Well, seriously, researchers at Carnegie Mellon looked at the science of hugs, and they found out that hugging people can make you feel less bad after a negative event or a tough day at work. And even further good news, the hug effect works on men and women of all ages. Joining me now, clinical psychologist Judy, the co-host of Face the Truth. Congratulations on that. It acts basically as a general stress buffer.
Totally.
A good hug.
So it looks like you've been paying it forward a lot, Michaela. It's like your service to society.
It's my service to society.
Yeah.
Consensual hugs,
consensual,
we should point
that's
out.
right. We had to make that clear. So do the researchers. But yeah, actually, it's really cool because hugs can release a bunch of cool neurotransmitters that make you feel good. Things that are proven in research like dopamine, which is sort of like the feel-good reward transmitter, serotonin, which is responsible for monitoring mood, oxytocin, which is that bonding chemical.
Yes.
And that's important because a lot of times people feel depressed because they feel lonely, they feel isolated.
And that makes you feel together.
Exactly.
And connected.
Connectedness.
And it's also good for your heart. It can lower your heart rate.
Yeah, it lowers your heart rate, which means that it's telling the stress hormones to chill out.
To chill out.
You don't have to fight or flight. You can relax. And that's why after a negative event, it is so powerful because, you know, it's all amped up. You're ready to fight or flight after a negative event. You feel either physically or psychologically challenged, and that hug just brings you back.
Well, and it's interesting because for me, when something like that happens, my instinct is to get a hug from someone I love. It's like my body is telling me that it knows what it needs.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of instinctual, as you mentioned. And, you know, you kind of see that sometimes where there is a conflict, then people start hugging and they start crying. There's sort of that emotional release.
It's almost a catharsis. But then on the flip side, we've all met people who are like, I am not a hugger.
Don't touch me.
Leave my space. So conversely, are they not then getting the benefit of that affection and the good stuff that comes from a hug?
Well, I hope that they're getting that connectedness another way, but a hug is just a simple statement of that type of connectedness. And I guess there's some people who actually hugs can make them feel a little nervous.
Yeah.
That level of intimacy is too much, which I think is why for some people who might be more open to hugs, even if you get it from a stranger, that makes you feel good. You're already producing those neurotransmitters.
We interviewed a guy here who was traveling around, a young African-American guy, really liked him. He was traveling around to some of the most tense places that had been through either a mass shooting or what have you. Wear a T-shirt. Remember him that said free hugs?
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, what a great young man that is, sharing his love. All right, so doctor, what do you suggest? Is it like an apple a day? We should have so many hugs a day? What's the deal?
I have some tips. So, you know, yes, definitely one hug a day.
Just only one?
At least one.
I'm like a hug junkie.
At least one. I know you're paying it forward. That's the other thing is, you know,
giving a hug. I know,
just offering it without them asking. And I think the third thing that's really important is if you're fighting or having conflict with a loved one, a colleague, maybe you should patch it up and do it with a hug. That way you can repair the relationship quicker.
I'm going to start mandating it with the boys on the crew. When you guys disagree with each other, you're going to have to hug it out.
Yes. That's a prescription, you guys.
Dr. Judy, always a delight. It was really nice to talk about this infection.
I know. We need to have a hug.
Yay. No conflict here.
Already.
We'll be right back. Hug somebody you're near. Go on. We'll be right back.